All right, we are back. Blake is back from his vacation to Jamaica. We're glad to have him back. Were you able to watch any of the Pebble Beach or no?
Yeah, I caught a bunch on Sunday on the flight. Um, what a great tournament to skip, though, huh? Felt like watching Sunday. I was like, these guys teed off 6 hours ago.
Yeah, it was long rounds, and coverage obviously was bad. We don't have to go too deep into it because everybody knows that we talk about it every year. It sucks. What are you going to do? ESPN Plus
Fucking
coverage
Bill
was better.
Murray can eat my ass.
Yeah, I just wrote something actually today about Mark Calcavecchia like shitting on Bill Murray for like the stupid just shtick he puts on all the time, and everyone's just fucking sick of it.
Oh, Calcavecchia said something?
Yeah,
That's fucking great. I fucking hate Bill Murray. Do people like him still? Is he like? I don't even get the Pebble Beach. We're still doing pro-ams. It's fucking not 1992 anymore. Everybody knows all these celebrities. Like, we need to
yeah,
see Alfonso.
yeah. That and plus they're not even real celebrities. They're just like C-list celebrities.
Yeah, what the fuck? Other
I
than
like.
that, I mean, nothing beats a choke job by my guy Spieth. That was nice to see.
Yeah, that's your boy, huh? I remember this.
Yeah,
This brings back to the 2 or 3 years ago show when you went on the profanity laced tirade.
I won't do that anymore. He's actually come around. Um, I've come around on Jordan a little bit. Might be
Why?
because I know we think the same
Yeah.
politically. And I actually I don't know. I enjoy listening to him during interviews. I mean, the shit he says with his caddies, it can be rough sometimes, but and I just don't think he's a top-notch golfer anymore. I mean, he has his spots and he gets hot. Um, he'll always compete at the Masters. Um, he's the most fearful golfer at Augusta now. So
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I thought he was definitely winning at one point when he hit a 2 shot lead, and then I think he had a 2 shot lead, and then he bogeys from that bunker shot, which is a really good bunker shot.
it was a good bunker shot.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, he put that thing to 4 feet or 5 feet, and he's saving it. That to me, I thought that was a tournament. I thought he put it to where he was going to put it, but he missed the putt. Hoagie drains a long one. And it's like when he drained a long one on the broadcast, they didn't really even. I don't know. It didn't seem like there was really too much excitement when he hit that putt on 17. It's like Hoagie knocks it in. It's like
I
this is
know,
like
right?
they pretty much just won on the tournament, and he's like a guy who's never won, obviously, and but 2 weeks in a row, it's tough. I mean, these are the guys who I try to stay away from, right? These guys who are typically don't win and they get really popular and talked up, and everyone bets them all the time, and they're just really not capable. Like List 70-1 and Hoagie 55-1 is like two things that I'm never going to be on.
Yep. I said to you Wednesday, I think I was like, man, if they just priced Hoagie at 75, I'd fucking bet him. I mean, he fits the. Look at Pebble winners. It's either like an old guy, like a Von Taylor type, or like a stud, and he fit that. He fit that old journeyman type guy at Pebble, and but the number just wasn't there. I mean, if people betting 50 on Hollywood Hoagie, I mean, good for you guys. You got more nuts than me.
Yeah, and they were, but to me, it's the reason, and this is kind of what swayed me away from it was, like you said, either the favorite or it's like a Von Taylor or a Nick Taylor. Those guys were like 250-1. It's not a fucking Tom Hoagie at 50-1.
Yeah. You
Like,
could see it though coming with him. He's been hot. He plays well on the West Coast historically. But yeah, 50-1. That was the best number I had. If I had a 75, I would have bet Hoagie last week.
yeah, I think 50, 55 was the best I saw. So whatever. I mean, overall, I'm disappointed with the results that we haven't had one in a little while. And these stretches happen, but I'm not disappointed with like I can live
Process.
without, yeah, the process, and I can live without being on list at 70. I can live without being Hoagie at 55. I just whatever. I've never bet lists before. You don't just start betting lists on 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And like,
Everybody that bet list has been betting them for fucking 4 or 5 years. So I'm
yeah.
glad they're even on the
With that being said, now
lifetime.
we're getting into the spot here where the season really starts to ramp up. There's no more pro-ams. Two of the last three events have been fucking horrible, and now we're at the spot where one, we're getting some good stuff. And 2, we typically get hot around this time, and I expect to get fairly hot again. Last year, we both had this, probably the biggest gambling day of my life. I think probably yours too.
Yeah.
We hit the Brooks outright, hit Gronk first touchdown. I think it was 18 or 20 to 1. And then we hit
number.
And then we hit
2 wild numbers, Brooks and Gronk.
In a third wild number, we had the Bucks 40 to 1 future.
Yeah.
So it was like, 15, 20 each, and that was a pretty solid day. So I could
And
use
a
that
couple
again this
dimes
week.
on the Bucks straight too.
Yeah. So could use that again this week. After the couple of losing weeks in a row. So I'm ready to go. Phoenix is a great spot. We hit this two out of 3 years. 3 years ago, we had Ricky, and then I got to watch the Patriots win the Super Bowl. That was probably one of the second best betting days of my life. I mean, the last 2 out of 3 ones that we've won have been incredible. Ricky gets in trouble late down the stretch, wins, and the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. So, and then Brady wins it last year after the Brooks win. So let's hope for a Waste Management Super Bowl double again.
But that's golf betting. There'll be stretches. You just gotta grind it out. Try to get a winner. One before we get into Phoenix, what was up with your boy HV3? I saw you getting a little hot up there for a second.
I wasn't even getting hot. I just made a comment, and I knew it was going to rub people the wrong way. Obviously, because sometimes that's the reason why I do things. Because I know, does any other such an average golfer have such a rabid fan base?
Yeah, people love him.
People love him. So I knew. I mean, I wasn't lost on the fact that people are going to be upset about it. I knew that was obviously coming. But all I was trying to say, and did I say it cheekily? Yes, I did. But all I was trying to say was that just that win doesn't really mean much to me in terms of my outlook on his career to this point or my outlook on his career going forward. Still think he's the same guy. I still think he's very likely to choke an event away if given the opportunity. He's done it plenty of times in the past. Good for him. He won $1 million. I mean, he doesn't give a fuck what I think. So whatever. That's just my opinion.
You still think he's not going to win on the PGA Tour?
Yeah, I do think. I don't think he's ever going to win on the PGA Tour.
Wow.
You think he is?
Okay. I do, yeah.
I'm sure most people do, but a lot of people don't put themselves out there with opinions, and they just roll with everything. And that's kind of golf is the only sport where this is a thing. Like I said this, and then all of a sudden everyone's freaking out on me about, well, oh yeah, I'd like to see you go up there and win a tournament. It's like, I didn't say I could do it. I just, and then they're like, yeah, golf's a really tough sport, man. Like, why don't you cut the shit, asshole? And then I said this to one person. They were like, have you ever watched your NFL team play and say, oh, this guy fucking sucks after he throws 2 interceptions? Am I going to say, hey man, you go try to play quarterback in the NFL. See how hard it is for you. Have some dignity, man. Fuck off. I'm fucking analyzing the guys just like anyone else. Like, it's not. These golf people, they're so high on their own fucking farts sometimes.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. Golf people. Oh, 9-iron, 190 yards.
Yeah,
I'd be hitting this. I'd be hitting a 4-iron.
Yeah, no
shit. This is a fucking pro.
And they're pros. You can criticize them. What are you analyzing? What you think is going to happen? What am I going to say? He's a very great player. He could win about every single person, and that's what some people do. I mean, you're going to go out on a limb sometimes, make some opinions. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, let's move forward. Let's get a winner here, man. It's been a rough stretch. We're due.
Yeah.
Thank Christ Jason Day's not playing.
I know, seriously. Or Rose.
Yeah, right. I'm done betting those guys for a bit.
Yeah, until next week. You're probably gonna bet Day at Riviera, but let's just move on.
Is he 60 plus?
Yeah, he should be. All right, here we go. Waste Management. It's a par 71. Everyone knows the course, been around for a while. It's about 7,200 yards, but it plays a little shorter because of the elevation. Technically Bermuda grass greens, but it's really just a mix of a bunch. It's overseeded with bent grass. And in all honesty, putting really hasn't been too big of a factor here. It's like guys who typically don't putt well can usually putt well at this place. 3 par 5s, but they're all reachable, very reachable. And, a lot of the times you see the winners here really take advantage of the par 5s. Eagle rate's pretty high. All of them are reachable in 2, and the guys who win take advantage of those par 5s. Off the
That short
tee,
par 4 too, right?
oh, that's all. Yeah, that's an awesome hole. The risk reward 17th.
The 70. There's which one's the
16th,
stadium par
16th.
3?
Yeah, 17. That's 17.
Okay, yeah, 16. That was the one Brooks chipped in on last year.
Yeah, so
There you go.
that was awesome. It's a good course. I like the fact that there's a lot of risk reward holes. There's a lot of you can get there in 2 and on some of the par 5s, but there's trouble. The reason why you see it's not a very difficult course. A lot of birdies are made, but the winning score is always like between 17 and 20, and it's because there's also those holes where there's a lot of trouble in play too.
Yeah, this is the type of tournament where like 17 to 20 under, or even if you get to 22, you don't mind because there's a lot of drama, a lot of excitement, especially on Sunday.
It's a great tournament, and I
Leading into the
also
Super Bowl is great.
I think each of the last 3 years, I remember this happening. Like the first round leader is like -8 or -9, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is going to be a fucking birdie fest." But like by Sunday, just you see people fucking hitting the water. Shit just happens. Like the guys just eject left and right.
Great course for Sunday entertainment before the Super Bowl.
Oh,
very enjoyable.
I'm trying to repeat the Super Bowl thing this year. I got a Rams ticket. It's only 7.5 to 1, like 300 to win 2,500. But that'd be a nice little supplement on top of a golf winner if it somehow happens.
Yeah. I'm a big Rams guy this week.
Me too. So, and field strength is unbelievable too. I mean, I know we've had some good fields here in the past, and you and I kind of discussed this. I think this is the best one. And it just the depth and the field is excellent. You got Rahm, Thomas, Cantlay, Hovland, Decky, Xander, Spieth, Scheffler, Berger, Burns, and Brooks, Webb, Tony. It just goes on. And you look at the depth. It's one, the top end talent is here, but 2, it's showing kind of the depth on tour that we have right now and how many good players there are.
Yeah. Can you see? You think a big boy's going to win?
I do.
Yeah.
I think definitely a big boy's going to win.
Doesn't have not many long shots. Has a long shot ever won here? Brooks, Webb, Decky twice, Brooks twice, Ricky when he was good. I'm sure if you date it way back.
When you look at Brooks, and when he won it the first time, he wasn't obviously a great player yet by the odds, but he was obviously the skill set guy who everyone thought it's almost like Burns this year.
Yeah. And back when he won it wasn't what it was. When he won it the first time, it wasn't what it was now.
Yep. Very true. So yeah, I think, and we'll talk more when we get into the odds, but I think, I don't really want to go too much past 40, 50 to 1.
Yeah, I agree with you. Wow, looking at some of these odds on that book. Jesus.
Good or bad?
I'm with you. Good.
Yeah, we're getting a good field. It's great because we're getting a good field, and sometimes you get good fields, you get good odds, and that's kind of the hope, and it looks like it's going to play out that way. All right, let's start at the top of the board. You got the Bet365 up, so let's use that. Yeah, go for it.
All right, so yeah, odds have shifted from this morning when I posted them on the sheet. Okay, we got Rahm, your favorite, 7.5 to 1. JT's jumped from 12 to 14. Cantlay jumped from 12 to 14. Little prick Vic, 16. He's won 3 of the last 5 tournaments. I bet that Masters number with you at 25.
Finally.
Yep. Probably the only time I'm going to be able to bet him at this point with how it's going this season.
I know.
And then Decky, 18. Those are the 5 guys below 20.
All right. Any of these 5 guys can win. I know that's obviously the case every week, but I could actually envision any of these 5 guys winning.
Okay, so a couple questions. Decky and Vic, are they just they've won a lot recently?
Yeah, I know.
Are they just gonna? I mean, is Vic really gonna win 4 out of 6 tournaments?
That's always a tough question because it's you don't want to rule out a guy because he wins too much. It's just because he's won too much. It's he wins way too much, so I'm not going to bet him to win. But that is the case probably here. I mean, the 16 on Vic is a very good number.
Yeah, I thought he'd be third. I thought it'd be Rahm, Cantlay, Vic, and then I actually thought Spieth was going to be priced up as well.
I did too. Looking at Vic, he is a miscut. You know, I've heard a lot. I've listened a little bit, put my ear to the ground a bit this week, and it seems like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, first-time winners can win here," because a couple have. I think Kyle Stanley was a first-time winner. Brooks was a first-time winner. But
very different.
It's very different. Exactly, the tournament's different for one, and two, 9 of the past 10 winners have a previous top 10 at the event.
Yeah.
So, and you look at the guys who pop up here, like they show that they could win this within the past couple of years. Like Webb won it. He had a 20th year before and a second 3 years prior to that. Who else? Brooks had obviously won it in the past.
Decky had won back-to-back years, so.
Decky won back-to-back years.
Ricky, he had a 2nd, 4th, 11th coming in.
Yep, exactly. So all these guys who are winning this thing now, it's like they've shown it a little bit in the past. And with that being said, there are 5, 6 handful of guys here who are elite players who have shown that they probably can win this thing, and they've shown the results at the course, and they look like they're ready to go this week. So, and my main point, Vic isn't one of those guys. He's played once, he has a miscut, and like you said, he's coming off a lot of wins. So the number is good, but I think I'm going to have to say no, I guess.
Yeah. Very tough, man, with Vic. That is a great number. Like he's been
skill set for the course is good.
10. He's been 10 to 1 every fucking week on all tours or less.
And obviously the skill. I mean, I can see it, just him tearing this place up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I like him at Riv too. I mean, if we can get that.
I'm not. The 4 and 6 thing just fucks with me. Can't do it.
Yeah. If he does that, then we called him Little Rory in the past. I mean, then he probably really is Little Rory, like 2014 Rory, right? I mean, he has to win the majors though. Has to win the majors, but
he did win his last event because Rory kind of gagged it.
True. I was thinking about this for a sec. If the number was a little bit, Cantlay could go overlooked a little bit this week.
All right, so I was just going to bring him up because one of the books we have is a 16.
Wow.
And I was ready. I was just ready to pass on Cantlay because I thought he'd be 12, which I saw most of but
is that the one?
He's never played here. He's never played here. Yeah. He's never played here either. Look at these results, though. First, 4th, 9th, 4th.
He looked like shit yesterday.
He did look like shit. He's just a better golfer than everybody at Pebble Beach, so it's like
16 to 1 is fucking absurd.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, very tempting.
What about Decky?
Decky's going to be a no, but obviously he's dialed right now. He's playing very well. He's incredibly confident. Like we talked about this before, I think the Masters win for him just relieves so much pressure off his shoulders. And talent-wise, like
and the Zozo.
Yeah, he those are the 2 things in his career he needed to accomplish where he could play free, right? Win in front of his home fans, win the Masters. That's the biggest 2 things for his fans and for his country. So now it's just like he's playing so free, and talent-wise, he's as good as anybody. We saw it from when he came on tour how talented he was. So I don't think he's going anywhere in terms of being like a true elite player. He is one of them, but not this week.
This is his course, man. Oh man, Decky. It's like, Decky, why did you have to win 2 weeks ago? I'd be all in.
Oh, if he didn't win Sony.
Back when people didn't really come, he was 4th, 2nd, 1st. Ever since then, his best finish is 15th. But he just fits going to 17.
Oh yeah.
You know,
No,
people cheering him on. It's just you can see him in that sun with those
it
shades on.
no, it arouses me a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But it's like am I just going to be a dummy and pass on these two guys just because they're good and they've won? It's like fuck.
It's, I mean, like I said to begin with, and it seems obvious because they're the 5 highest priced guys, but like I could truly, but this isn't always the case. I can truly see all 5 of those guys winning.
Yeah. So let's go to the biggest question for us. We've been talking about JT here with each other for a couple weeks now. Thought we were gonna get stuck with a 12, but looks like we got a 14. So what do you got?
I think I'm gonna bet it.
Give me the reasons. Give everybody the reasons.
All right, 14 is all I wanted. So, okay, so 14 is all I want. I think that's very fair. History is excellent between 2018 and 2021, 17th, 3rd, 13th. He's been playing very well lately. And, as you said to me earlier, he's kind of going under the radar with how good he's actually playing, just because we expect him to win so much. And because he hasn't won in a while, it makes me even like him. Like, he's going to win. He wins. Talk about win equity. It's him and Bryson to me are higher than anybody else. He's going to find a way to win events. Look at the crossover between the Players Championship and here. A lot of the same winners. Hideki should have been a winner of both. But they're Ricky, right? There's just a handful of guys who play well at Webb, who play well at both events. And I do think there's a little bit of a correlation there. Both TPC courses, both have a lot of trouble, both shorter, but a little bit risk reward as well. I think there's definitely a little bit of a crossover. And in his past 5 starts, he has 5 top 20s, 3 top 5s. It's not like he's not playing well. I guess
the only thing is he hasn't had that like JT approach numbers where it's like 7 every week.
I was just going to say that. And usually he does have that going into his wins. Like he gained 9.5 in Mexico before the Players. So yeah, but I can just picture it, man. Like I can just picture him on 17 wearing a jersey, like getting the crowd going. It's just his type of place. Another big reason too is I think the putting, like anyone can really putt well here, and the putter has been really holding him back. And I don't think putters really have held guys back here at all. Last year he gained 4.4 strokes putting here, and the next week he lost 5.8 at Genesis. I mean,
wow.
He putt very well here. When he finished 3rd in 2020, he gained 4 strokes putting. When he finished 3rd in 2019, he gained 2.7 strokes putting. So he feels all right about putting here. And I think just the surface is very neutralizing in terms of putting. Like I think it's not a putting week. Like bad putters win here all the time. Kyle Stanley, Hideki.
Woodland.
Yeah, Woodland. I think Brooks was putting pretty poorly going into that one last year too.
Man, it seems like he's like trending for a win here, big time.
Does.
Even last year when he finished 13th, he was in the mix going into Sunday. Like I think he wasn't he like tied with Spieth for the lead or Xander? Wasn't it those 3 going into the?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember specifically, but I think probably.
And I know he was battling Ricky for a little bit when Ricky won in 19.
I really think it's hard to see him not being in the mix this week.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He's going to be there. He's going to be there. He started off well last week, and that was kind of off a little bit of a break, right?
Yeah, he took a couple weeks off after 5th from Century, and yeah, he was him and Rahm were tied for the league going into Saturday.
Yeah, and Century isn't even a real fucking tournament, so I don't even count that. So I think maybe he just kind of, not even in Farmers isn't really a JT course, so.
No, I was surprised. But yeah, he's sneaky under the radar. Been playing some really good golf. Not up to JT approach standard, but still got the results. 14. I think I got to be in. That's what we've been asking for, right?
Yeah, him and his boys play well here.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
likes the crowd. He likes all that shit. You know what I mean? I can just picture it. He's gonna get into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Like some Ryder Cup stuff that he.
yes, yeah, and he was pissed me off that week a lot.
But that'll be good here.
Imagine how much it'll piss you off if you're not on him and he's doing that shit.
Yeah.
Um,
What about Rom? Obviously, you can't bet him, but
I love Rom, my favorite golfer in the world. He's fucking the best. He's unbelievable. I saw a 750, and not, not that I want to bet it, but if somebody was to do that and that was their only bet of the week, I would hats off to you.
yeah. He doesn't win at 750 clip, so I can just live with it.
I can live with it too,
tell
but
you.
he's going to be there too.
Yeah, he definitely will be. He's there every fucking week.
Obviously, the ASU guy. I mean, like,
He
last
probably
four.
plays this course all the time, right?
Yeah. Last 5 here, 16, 11, 10, 9, 13. And he was 5th in 2015. He's never not come in the top 16 in his 6 starts here.
Has he ever truly contended here? I can't remember it.
I think he was on the fringes one of these years, but didn't really.
Yeah.
Now he'll be there. He'll be there. JT will be there. I think JT 14. You know, does
odds.
Yeah, does Rom have a double the chance of winning as JT?
They probably both win at the same rate.
Not really, right?
Yeah, no, JT wins more.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's where we're at here. Would you bet a JT 12? I guess is a lot of question if people only get a 12.
That was the one I was struggling with because like I wanted to bet it. Then I was like, well, then you got all these guys. You got Vic at 16. You got these other guys at 18, 20. Like are those 4 points, which are very big 4 points, right? A lot of people don't get like 12 to 16 is a much bigger difference than 30 to 35.
Yeah, or
dollar,
60 to 66.
Yeah, dollars wise, it's a huge difference. It's a huge, but I was thinking in my head, I was like, I might just do it anyway, just because I really think he's winning. Like, are those points enough to stop me from him not winning the 14 to 12? And
he hasn't won in a while. This is just like Brooks hadn't won in a while. Boom.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I would bet the 12. I think he's winning the event.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Do we need to talk about anybody else, or just throw it all down on JT? Fuck it.
I'll be throwing a large amount on JT, and by a large amount, I mean it's more than a lot of these guys you see posting stuff on Twitter. I'll tell you that much.
All right, next range we got everybody's favorite golfer, Spieth, 20. X-Man, 22. Those are the only guys in the 20s.
I'm seeing Scheffler 28. Is that not anymore?
He's 30 now. Very surprised. I thought Spieth was going to be 14, man.
I did too.
If he wins yesterday, he's the second favorite, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like he completely gagged it yesterday. It was more like Hoagie just went on a birdie run.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
He hit a couple bad shots on 18, but he was kind of going for it there. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, even the fact that he contended isn't as important to me as the fact of how he did it.
Yeah.
Right? And like we knew he was going to contend. Like say he gains 3 on approach or 2 on approach and he chips in a couple of times, gains 5 or 6 putting. That's his course. That's what you expect out of him to do. But the fact that he did it by gaining almost 6 on approach, but that's 2 measured rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely gained probably more than that. 7.6 tee to green. It's like
he was 11 back going into the weekend last week.
Wow. So did he play Pebble on Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was around 6, I would guess. But
yeah,
I mean, that's the thing that's really encouraging about it. His irons were just really locked in. But then looking back, we talked about this as well. His stretch when he was good, that was from waste management last year. Came in 4th. We talked about guys needing to show form. Gained almost 8 strokes on approach at waste. Okay. Then he goes to Pebble, gains 4, contends there. has a bad week at Genesis, but then he's API players, Valero, he's 5.5, 6.2, 7.4. So point being here, once he's shown that he's going to gain all those strokes, he kind of stays hot.
He also has good history. 7th, 9th, 4th, a couple missed cuts, but that was when he was bad at golf. Could it be friend week?
I was thinking, are we doing a spring break, boys?
Maybe toss some Ricky in there too.
Hey, he's 80-1. I mean, it would work.
There's one course Ricky can win at. It might be this one.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it. I could definitely bet both these guys, and that might be pretty much it. But I'd be completely fine with that.
Okay. X, good to see X finally in the 20 to 30 range where he should be. He's got some decent history here.
Yeah, I thought about that just because of the number, and I think we
like Spieth better.
Yeah, no, we definitely like Spieth. I like Spieth better, but the 20 is very enticing. I mean, he played well here last year, but you know what? I looked at it. He really didn't play that well last year. He gained 6 strokes putting, and everything else was pretty neutral.
Yeah. See, I thought that was Spieth last year. Remember you drilling all those putts on Saturday? And he won the tournament on Saturday too. But I look back at it, his approach was fire.
Yeah, they were fire. I like Xander. I'd rather bet Spieth. If I wasn't going to JT, I could do both of them at 20.
Yeah.
And I would consider that. And then, but since we are going with JT, then I'm gonna go JT. I'd rather bet Spieth than X.
Would those be the only two bets, JT and Spieth?
No, let me see if he did.
Probably fit a long.
Yeah, longer guy.
Ricky.
350 and 5. You'd be about, say if you're doing 1,000, you'd have 150 left.
Oh, okay. I mean, these two guys here at 30 that I really like. So we'll get to this range. We got Scheffler 30 and Berger 30, Burns 33, Brooks 35. I like Berger and Scheffler a lot. I just feel like this is a Scotty event. And Berger, I mean, he checks all the boxes for the course type. He wins where Webb wins. He wins where Brooks wins. And his approach has been on fire. I'm a little concerned about the back, definitely. But this is a good number. This is the best number we've seen on Berger in a while.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. He was the first person I thought of this morning. Not in a sexual way or anything, but in terms of being able to win this event, I was just like, he's like a Webb, like the guy who gets just locked in with the irons. He's not incredibly long off the tee, but the elevation here helps, and he hits a lot of fairways, which is important. He can avoid the trouble. And I think the putter isn't really a big concern here. So yeah,
he's number one in approach the last 12 rounds.
His approach is just fucking immaculate. He's gained on approach 15 straight events.
If he could putt, it's just like. Lost you. If he could putt, it's just like he would have won a couple events, I think.
Yeah, and I'm curious as to why he missed the cut last year. He has a 7th, 11th missed cut, 9th missed cut, but he has 4 of his 6 starts are in the top 11.
Yeah, I like it. I like Scotty too. I feel like he had 7th last year, and I just feel like this is the type of event where like he can ride the crowd wave, you know.
Yeah,
making putts, and I don't know. I just got a feel on Scotty being involved this week. Wasn't he good? Wasn't he good at I feel like he was good at Farmers.
I think
20th.
he was pretty good.
Gained 5.7 on approach at Farmers.
I like him, and I like Berger. I mean, that's the question. That's the problem here. I like those 4 guys a lot.
Yep.
But the number is not really what I wanted on Scheffler. I wanted the 35.
It's creeping up a little bit. 30.
Is Berger playing? I mean,
you worried about the back with Berger?
Yeah, a little bit. I know we said those 5 hour, 6 hour rounds is tough for someone, but like he just won the event. You'd think he might want to, if he thinks he can win it, I think he might want to play it. And the fact that he lost an approach in the final 2 rounds is a little bit concerning too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it was like golf was like a regular sport where
I feel like he just withdrew because he was going to give the back a break. I don't want to sit in 6-7 hour rounds.
I sent him a DM on Instagram. I haven't heard back yet, so I'll keep you guys in the loop on that.
Okay, thanks. No one Burns, and I'm out on Brooks. I think he's playing like trash right now.
Agree. There's 4 guys I'm interested in this tournament, man, in like 50 below. Spieth, JT, Scotty, Berger. One of those 4 guys I think is going to win.
Okay, there's a couple interesting guys coming up here. There's 4 guys at 40. You got Bubba, Webb, Finau, Louis.
Yeah, those are good too.
Webb going up too.
Yeah. Webb doesn't have it right now.
He doesn't even play anymore. I feel like he's like.
I'm out on Webb, but
okay.
But I could see it. Louis interesting.
He's played here twice, 3rd and 11th.
What the fuck's he been doing?
I saw that he took his daughter to a daddy-daughter dance over the weekend.
He hasn't. I mean, I think last year was such a grind for him.
Pound girl dad.
Yeah. I think last year was a grind for him, and I think he needed some time off. Do I really want to bet him in his first event back? I mean, contending in all these majors, and that was the best year of his career. And then he just takes a long time off. He's not playing.
He didn't play anything in Euro?
Nothing.
Really? Yeah, RSM last time he played.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing shit. 40 is an excellent number, though, at a place he's shown he likes.
Does he need to play to be good?
Maybe not.
Kind of like Louis, man. I like Bubba, too. I mean, he almost won last week in Saudi. Obviously, Varner hit that 100-footer to beat him. Would have gone to the playoff if not. And his history here is fantastic. Second, fourth, third. He's got 3 more top 20s. I don't know. I know the number's rough, but you could make a good card if you don't bet JT, and you could just bet Berger, Scheffler, Louis, Bubba. If we get one of those guys, going to get in the mix.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do.
Out on Finau, right?
I'm out on Finau. He's just been playing so bad.
I want him to show a little bit of form so I can bet him next week because I feel like that's his spot.
Yeah, but it was the same thing for Torrey, and he sucked.
Yeah.
So fuck him right now.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have it right now.
Yeah, Louis 40 is nice. I mean, I could. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Okay, you got Fitzpatrick, Seamus Power, both 45.
No.
Okay. Neither really played it. Fitz has never played it. And then we get the handsome one, 55. No idea why he's here.
Next week.
Okay. We'll just give more money away on him next week.
Yep.
We'll bet all the Aussies. None of them will win.
I think not Dave, but Rose and Scott are the 2 people that burn the most money on.
Mm-hmm. And Hideki.
Everyone else has these fucking guys like the Luke Liss and like fucking McNeely's of the world. Like, at least I'm going down with these fucking borderline Hall of Famers, right?
No, Scott's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame. So is Rose. They both got to number 1 in the world.
Yeah.
Day will too. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. 60 plus. We got Corey Connors, HV3, Luke List, Harry English, 66, Abe Answer, 66. That Luxac Billy Ho, 66, and Hollywood Hoagie, 70, along with Taylor Gooch, 70. Gooch going up there.
Finally
Good
where he
number on
belongs.
him.
Yeah, that's where he belongs. That's a good number. First guy I thought of in that range that I was really thinking about was Corey Connors. I just thought he has the irons. He's very straight off the tee. He's drills fairways. He gets hot with the irons. Putting doesn't matter that much. So I thought this is a pretty good spot for him. If I could definitely bet him at 66. I'd have no problem with it. But then looking at kind of his history and where he's played well, it's really like these shorter Bermuda courses. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Well, Texas too, right? Yeah, Heritage.
Yeah. Texas, Bermuda.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A lot of
Players,
it.
API. Yeah, not API, but
45-17's last two. I could see it. I'm not going to have the room, but I'd like him.
I don't think he's playing as well as he had been. Missed cut the last two events.
Yeah, I can live without him, but if I was building out a well-rounded card and it wasn't so top heavy, I would probably find a way to get there.
Okay. Anybody else in this range? English, good number.
No, dude, fuck him, man.
Okay. Homa 75, Ricky 90, Siwoo 100.
That's pretty
Today
good.
was Siwoo. He's never played well here.
Does that matter for him?
I don't know. Here's a guy who has two top tens here. And he's 110. Brandon Grace.
Yeah, I had him highlighted. I don't think he's going to win, but maybe a top 5 or something. I mean, he second ninth in his 2 starts here. And, one thing that's interesting about him is he hasn't really shown form coming into here when he's been playing well. He's been shit lately. Look at his stats. They were fucking terrible. But he was 9th in 2020. He missed 3 of his past 4 cuts prior to that, and then he missed his next 2 cuts after that. 2019, missed a cut at the Farmers, came here and finished second. I'll never forget that one because he was right on our ass when we had Ricky.
Are we betting Ricky?
We're talking about Grace and just go to Ricky.
Yeah, no, I remember the Grace and Ricky. It was Grace, Ricky, and JT, right, that year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Grace went in the water on 17.
Yep, I remember that. Ricky almost made a quad, or he made a hell of a triple.
Yeah.
On one of the earlier holes.
Yeah, he got fucked, remember?
Yeah. The rules
all rolled back.
Yeah. I think they fixed that rule since. Yeah, I agree with you. Top 5, top 10 on Grace. See if we can get a good number.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Just give me Ricky. Come on. He played well for a round at the Farmers, which is more than you can usually say at the Farmers, even when he was good.
True.
And then he lost it on the back 9 at the South Course on Friday.
So, yeah, I mean, he's missed.
We could though just bet the spring break boys.
I'm thinking about that's like pretty much the only reason I want him.
Yeah, if you're betting JT and Spieth and you leave out Ricky at this point, you're just dumb.
Just for karma.
You don't even have to make a full bet on him. Just throw a couple bucks on him.
Yeah.
No, I do not think Ricky's going to win this event. But it wouldn't shock me if he kind of played well.
No, but that's not really what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I know.
I want if he could contend, I'd be pretty happy about that. But a lot of times you see these swing changes. You're not gonna. It's not like a light switch, right? It's going to be gradual. And he changed it, showing a couple good things, had a really good round, played then it's going to come together. So I think just because he played poorly after a good start, I don't think that means that he's not capable of having a good year.
Dude, it's been like 2 years though now.
I know.
Maybe JT, Spieth, and we'll swap Ricky out for Berger.
Yep.
They're all buddies, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if we could bet JT, Spieth, Berger, that'd be my dream card right now. But I don't know how it could fit.
Yeah, it's very true. Hey, we're searching for winners. Maybe you just got to overexpose ourselves.
I'll be exposing myself on Sunday if we get a winner. I'll tell you that. If we got a 35 on Berger because the injury thing, maybe he slips a bit.
Yeah. Let me know if you hear anything on that DM. It'd be nice to know.
No, he's not going to answer. I could
Just kidding.
I could shoehorn that card. You know the shoehorn? You know what I'm talking about?
A shoehorn, like up your ass?
No. Like trying to get something that's not firm into your foot into a shoe.
Yeah, like up your ass.
Yeah. I mean, if you were flaccid, that could be the case.
Yeah, I hear you. Only probably 100 more, right?
No, I mean, let's put it this way: if you take 14 and 20, you have a room for a guy at 44 to 1.
Okay, so if he jumps to 35,
then yeah, you're a little bit overexposed. But I mean, I have no problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been underexposed most of these weeks.
Yeah, you gotta. I have a little free play from my past transgressions. So
I don't know. I guess just toss JT on the card. We'll figure out the rest, right?
Yeah, I did. You know what we should do is on the graphic, or I don't know if I should even say it. If we did the a spring break boys thing, and then you took Rick instead of Rookie, you take Berger's face and Photoshop it onto the picture.
There you go.
And say the card is spring, and then put their number next to each one.
I feel like we still got to bet Ricky at that point. Just for karma purposes. I don't even care if it's $1.
Okay, that's fair. All right, that's what we got. I mean, JT's winning, so the rest doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah, we're just spewing nonsense since we told you who the winner was going to be.
Like Louis, too, though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Louis never won in America, so.
Yeah, perfectly fine. All right, we need a win. We're going to get a win. Super Bowl Sunday has been our best betting day of the year for me 2 times out of the last 3 years, and I expect it to happen again. All good vibes. Going to get a winner.
All right, let's get it. We need it.